Locke stares down at a tactical map, sprawled with tokens of varying size, flustered by the contradiction between his desire and what he knows is coming. You're certain the intel is accurate? Riker leans over the table and places a flag on the capital as well as a province to the north of New Flora. There is no doubt of their trajectory, Locke. That ship is headed for Ivergrad. The old gnome sighs deeply. We just need a little more time. What time, Locke? Your gamble on an old and frankly unstable wizard has failed you. Rations are low, and morale is all but lost. But Arthur is but one wizard. I doubt he could withstand a breeze, let alone survive that kill box we call a city. Locke strokes his gray beard quietly as he stares down at a particularly large token that an intelligence officer pushes up on the map just before the mountain range on the other side of New Flora. We cannot lose this city.
Bro, why would anyone want to be an elf when dwarves exist?
Is it Arthur's changing sides?
Dwarves are just better. I thought I made it evident that I'm not on his side.
But nobody's side because nobody is on my side.
Chaff, you've been pretty quiet.
Yeah, I know.
You've been pretty quiet throughout this exchange. What is going on in Chaff's mind as he sees the man responsible for the capture, abuse, and death of so many of your people?
A loss of respect for Anna.
And now before you find yourself with an opportunity to leave here unscathed with Armin.
Oh, I take it. I first glance back at the, what's his name?
The offender?
Yeah. Side glance. And I bow to Hannah as a sort of gesture that I'm leaving and follow Armin through the hole.
You both walk through this portal and come out back on the other side of the river, and there's still this sound of fighting and commotion going on, but not exactly where you came out at. Armin looks down at you, Chaff. Wise choice. And then just continues to walk off, limping as he goes.
Is he heading in the direction of the camp? Or do I even know which direction the camp is?
You can roll me a survival check to see if you know what direction the camp is, but he himself appears to just be looking for possibly the closest Talvin regiment he could find.
Alright, first roll of the game. And it's... sucks. It's a 6.
You're not even sure exactly where you landed in regards to where you were last, much less which way the camp is from here. You do know that you are somewhere close to the river.
Great, I'll just follow Armin for a bit.
He ducks in to an alleyway, walks down to the end, pokes his head out, looks around, looks back at you, and then continues out into the open street, and you continue to follow him for what appears to be 5, 10, 15 minutes maybe, until you begin to hear that sound again of the shadows shifting and metal men coming out and attacking. Damn. Huh. Cowards. Should have just killed me when they had the chance. Instead, they're leaving me out here.
As a sort of gesture that I'm capable of fighting, I produce the glow of a Eldritch Blast on my hand.
You have quite a few tricks up your sleeves, don't you, chaff? But I don't even have my guns. They took them from me. Gonna have to pick something up along the way. As he looks out of the alley again. Don't suppose we'll run into Arthur again, do you?
I shrug my shoulders and then look around at the buildings.
You got any way of getting in contact with him? Seeing if he's still alive? Probably died in that alley.
What spells do I have? Oh, nothing that'll help. As I'm looking at the surrounding buildings, I point to the top of the tallest one and glance over at him.
Looking for a better view.
I nod yes.
Right. Well, suppose we better get moving then. Come on, follow me. How do you intend to get from here to there?
Sneaking.
Go ahead and roll me your stealth.
21.
21. That almost makes up for Armin's blunder. He only got 11 on stealth. So you are doing really well. He is not so much as he trails in, so we will resolve that in a moment. But you guys make it to the tower. It seems unnoticed as you enter this building, which appears to be mostly untouched by the battle around it, and you climb up to one of the higher floors, which overlooks most of the city around you. And this place seems to have served as some kind of hall of some kind, where people would gather and hold events like galas and balls and stuff like that. The bottom floor is just a large open space, and the second and third tiers have like a balcony that overlook the center. And you guys manage to make your way up into some of the higher floors, which have less and less space than the floors below, until you make it to a good vantage point that you could look out of.
Great. How's the fighting looking?
It looks like the airships are still being held at bay by the few batteries that are left. But as far as on the ground, it's really hard to tell who's winning. Every time that the Talvin soldiers seem to form a line, anytime that they form a line to hold back the Groznik troops, it seems that a new wave of them just pop up from behind and disrupt whatever advances they make. But from this point, you could kind of clearly see where the river is and get a hold and an understanding of which direction the camp is.
All right. Is there a good path to avoid any fighting?
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
17.
On a 17, you are able to find a dead spot in the fighting. You can tell that most of it seems to be concentrated around the center of this half of the city. And if you get just past this thin space of skirmishes, you are home free.
All right, is Armin looking out too?
He seems to be more of just watching your exits. He doesn't seem to be preoccupied with actually looking out. He assumes that you are looking for Arthur. You find him?
Do I see Arthur? Any hint of where he might be?
Your 17 was good enough to give you an idea of the way the battle was going and where would be a good spot to exit, but it is not, from this point, it is not enough to pinpoint anyone's exact location, and especially in Arthur's present form, he is grounded, so to speak. He cannot be moving up in the air where it would be easy to spot him, so if he is somewhere in the city, he must be either in a building or in a space that you can't actually see from this vantage point.
No glowing spots. Got it. I turn to Armin and shake my head.
Right. Well, we gotta get back to someone in command. Gotta give him the information we found. Tell him that offender guy is here. And, what was that lady? The defender. Gotta tell him that the Knights of Kree have their hand in whatever's going on here. And it ain't just a straight fight like we thought it was.
I give him a salute and then grab his hand to lead him downstairs.
As you're getting ready to head on down, you hear a loud crash from somewhere within the building, as well as something akin to an explosion.
That's gonna make me go quicker.
As you make it down the flights, you are faced with what appears to be several of these metallic men roaming about the bottom floor. And just as you get to this second story balcony, you hear as one of these shadow sorcerers, if you will, comes out from the ground and looks directly at you. I need you to roll initiative.
Alright. I got an 11.
11, that's better than Armin's roll.
Oh, wait. I forgot to add the +3 to initiative.
Oh, nice. So you got a 14?
Yeah.
So it is this shadow sorcerer's turn. He is up first, and then it is followed by you, Chaff, and then Armin, and then the machines. So he is going to point his hand towards you, and you just see it begins to turn white hot, almost as if his hand was made from a metal that was heating up, and then it fires off at you. Does a 20 hit?
What if I say no?
Okay. You take 8 points of radiant damage as this beam of light hits you.
You said 8?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so, is the pathway towards the exit clear?
No.
What's in the way?
The guy that just shot you. And all the machines on the bottom floor.
Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast at him.
Alright, go ahead and roll your spell attack.
Alright, that's a 15. Does that hit?
15 total?
Yeah.
15 does hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
That's a damage of 13.
So he fires this white hot light straight at you, and as it hits you, you feel it just burning into your skin. And out of a sheer rage, you collect yourself and fire back at him with enough power to blast him right off the balcony, and you just hear his body splat. And all the machines turn their attention towards you guys. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I'll wait right here.
Alright. It's now Armin's turn. He's gonna look at you. That was cool and all, but how are we gonna get past them? These guys are on the bottom floor. You guys are on the second floor.
I see.
You could go down the stairs, but they're basically occupying the space between you and the exit. Or I should say between you and the conventional exit. Armin is looking around, kind of frantic right now.
I point at the balcony.
I'm gonna just jump off. That's gonna be his turn. 2 of the Groznik soldiers are gonna start heading towards the stairs, while the rest stay on the bottom floor where they're at, just kind of watching you and looking around as well. It is back up to your turn.
I'm going to pull him along towards the balcony. Can I do that?
You could try to lead him. He may not necessarily follow you to the edge of the balcony as it's being watched. So you understand you are... The balcony is looking into the building, not out.
Oh, I get it. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's overlooking the center of this room. There are windows, though.
All right, so in that case, I'll head towards a window.
You gonna jump out?
I nod my head, yes.
Damn. Probably our best bet, but... You go. I'll distract them. When you get back to camp, make sure you tell them everything we saw.
I push him towards the window and then cast a Featherfall.
If you're gonna try to push him, if you're gonna use your action to push him, you can use your action, but then you won't be able to cast Featherfall. Does that make sense?
Well, it's more of a nudge. Not actually gonna, shove him or anything.
No, I get you. He's basically telling you to leave, because this is the situation, right? If you make it to the bottom floor, there are soldiers down there. It's not gonna take long for them to catch up to you. What he is proposing to you right now is that you go to jump, he's going to draw their attention to himself on the second floor.
Yeah, but I still kind of want to save him. Alright, I'll cast it on him first.
You can target up to 5 falling creatures within range.
Oh.
According to this, people have to actually already be falling to cast the spell on them, which I think is dumb. I'm gonna say you can cast it on them if you want.
Alright, target both of us. I jump out the window.
Alright. There's not a lot of distance from the second floor to the first. So I'm gonna say that still within this turn you do land, but that is all your movement. So you are now outside the building on the ground. It is now Armin's turn. And he runs in the opposite direction, yelling down at the machines. Hey, I'm up here, you bunch of tin cans. Come and get me. It is now their turn. Several of them continue to move up the stairs towards him. And as for you, Chaff, now that you're out on the street, the other soldiers that have been standing at the door of this place turn to look at you on the ground. And I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw as they open fire on you.
Dexterity saving throw. 12 total.
12 does not pass. And you take 9 points of piercing damage as 2 of them fire off at you after seeing you land.
Alright, whose turn is it now?
It is now your turn.
Alright, start running in the direction that was most clear of fighting that was towards the camp, you know?
Okay. Are you going to use your full action to do so, or are you just going to move your 30 feet of movement? If you're going to just move your 30 feet of movement and use an action, these machines will continue to follow you. If you use your full action, you will be able to get away.
That'd be a dash, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna dash out of there.
Alright.
Slow hunks of metal.
You escape and you are effectively outside of combat. But you also don't know what happened to Armin.
If he's smart, he'd escape too.
I need you to roll me a stealth check, DC 15, to see how well you navigate the city back to the camp without being seen.
Don't fail me. What? 18.
Nice. You successfully stealthed your way back to camp. I'm going to make a roll here. Wow. Okay. I will tell you guys what happened to Armin later as we cut to Arthur.
So you tell me a druid can become a rat just for free?
Mm-hmm.
And they don't want to live a life of eating cheese? What are they, insane?
What have you been doing this whole time since you last saw Hannah and Chaff and captured this one Groznik soldier, which you attempted to dismantle and failed to keep alive long enough to understand what makes it tick?
I left.
And where did you go?
Left.
Left the city. Gone. Goodbye, Arthur.
No, I went left. I went back to the campsite, trying to find Toothless.
Trying to find who?
Toothless.
Oh, Arthur, I see you found my dentures.
You have returned to the camp. It seems to be that everyone has kind of gathered their bearings again. It doesn't seem as chaotic as when you initially left. It is still not in full force of the amount of soldiers that were encamped here. It seems half of them are still out in the city dealing with this new wave of attacks. And you indeed find Commander Locke at a central tent along with Commander Riker and several other higher ranking officials. As they pore over several maps, there's shouting going back and forth, people tweaking with what appears to be some sort of communicating device, what we would know as essentially radios. And there's still very much a presence of high alert.
Alright, so I will simply walk up to where they're poring over their maps, and it is just on a table. Are there any chairs nearby?
No, everybody's standing.
How dare they? What kind of people stand at a map? I will go, and without disturbing them, just dusting myself off, I will sit on the ground, wait for them to finish whatever they're talking about.
The moment you walk into this tent, you go from a strangely glowing elf form into your owl form. And some of the people here are a bit startled by the scene and just kind of watch you as you walk over. But those that have been huddled around this table don't really seem to be paying too much attention until Riker spots you walking across the room and eyes you, and then he gestures for Locke to look up at you, who turns around. I see you didn't capture one.
Do not let me bother you. Continue on with your talking. We will discuss it afterwards.
Did you learn anything?
A great deal.
Anything we could use now?
No?
Useless. Looks over at Riker. Are we ready to use the weapon? Look, if we fire it, we will lose that side of the city. Yes, but it is a loss I am willing to take. If we don't fire it, they will just keep on popping up everywhere.
I will stand up and get closer to the table. You mean, Those robotic men that seem to be popping up everywhere within the city?
Yes, we've lost most of our communications with everyone out there, and I have no idea how they are getting over here.
Oh, that is simple. If you needed information like that to give you an edge, I could have said so. They have men using this strange magic that opens up the shadows, allowing the soldiers to simply travel through anywhere there is shadows. So, you use whatever gun you're talking about, make more rubble, means more shadows. You want to keep them at bay, light some torches.
He gives you the stankest look right now. I asked you if you learned anything, and you said no.
That didn't seem important at the moment.
We're at war, Arthur. Any information is important. When are you gonna get that? When are you gonna stop hoarding all of this to yourself? Anything you know that would help us in this fight is useful, including but not limited to how the hell these soldiers are getting behind our lines.
Well, now you know. Problem solved. And if any information is useful, then you should probably know I lost the soldier you gave me. Traversed the shadows alongside one of the people who was bringing in the robots. And actual saddening news, it seems I have lost Hannah to those same shadows.
You lost the Fräulein?
I did not lose her, she seems to have lost herself.
You mean you left her alone on the battlefield, and now she's probably dead?
I doubt dead.
What of that little lizard you had with you? The kobold.
Little lizard. Oh, the thing that followed Hannah. Do not know I lost him on the roof. But I believe I may have caught a glimpse of some scaly creature also entering the shadow.
You mean you saw them enter a shadow?
Yes, them, the soldier, Hannah. They all fell into the same shadow. The shadow was made by the person who was calling all of the metal men onto the battlefield.
They fell into the shadow or they walked in with him? Which is it?
Well, I had him tied up. He, of course, got away, or he would be here. And they held onto the rope trying to capture him and fell into the shadow. More tugged in, actually.
It's very interesting. So these men are able to make shadow gates, if you will. Looks back at the map.
Yes.
From what I can tell, they can only go so far.
Well, if they need to take their time traversing these shadows, then what you're saying is they must not be far away from the town.
I can only presume that they're coming from the other side of the river.
Well, it is simple. I have already said the solution. Remove the shadows and remove them.
Arthur, if we had a way to summon the sun, I would do it.
Prestidigitate a candle. Oh, the sun in the palm of my hand.
You left your comrades behind on the battlefield, and here you are joking. This is a serious matter.
I am quite serious, thank you. My very mind is... No. I am very serious, thank you. My mind is coming up with endless scenarios on ways I might traverse the shadow in hopes to help the elf out. Hannah, if you would.
Do you think that is wise at this time? You would need to walk through the same shadow of the same man, would you not?
I assume all shadows lead to a point in which they can choose where the exit is. But no, of course I did not wish to follow into the shadows, which is why I did not in the first place.
Riker looks away from you, visibly disgusted with you, and goes back to poring over his maps and discussing some formations with some of the other lieutenants that are around him. Locke is just looking at you curiously, stroking his beard.
I have information, Locke. As you said, any information is useful, but this particular information is not useful at the moment. Now I wish you would hear it anyway.
And what information is that, Arthur?
Those metal men, the one you said do not eat, do not sleep, do not stop at nothing. It seems that they're not entirely metal.
Yes, I knew that they had those fibrous materials inside.
Saying what I've been calling them leads to their weakness. Metal men. The man is still held within them. And that man feels pain.
What are you saying, Arthur?
Well, quite simply, if we sent out men to capture them alive, as you say I failed to do, they can be tortured. And what better way of gathering information?
Alright, well, how do you propose that we capture one? Did you capture one? At least attempt to?
I captured it. The stupid thing gave out on me. It was already well damaged due to the comrades, so when I managed to take it apart, it was barely holding on anyway. One simple touch of magic was enough to kill it.
I see. What about a way to defeat them? If your comrades were ever to take them apart, I'm sure they used some kind of weapon or tool?
It seems magic affects them more than solid attacks.
Which would explain why we're having so much trouble taking them down.
I have a couple of theories of how to work them, but I'd rather not go back into the field to test them. Instead, if you give me men, I will have them test my theories.
That is out of the question. Riker interrupts as he rejoins this conversation. You could not keep the Fräulein safe. How can I expect you to keep my men? Throwing them away like they were an old newspaper.
Oh, I do not throw away things that can grant me knowledge. They will be used to their full extent, even if that means they must be sacrificed.
That is the problem, Arthur. You look at them as things to be used. And you don't, Riker? I value the life of all my men, Locke.
But what is a couple of them lost? If we may end all the robots in one fell swoop.
He stands to his full height. This is a war, not a laboratory. I do not share Locke's thirst for knowledge as you do, Arthur, and much less do I share your view of how to utilize my soldiers. Their lives are precious, every last one of them. If you wish to throw something away, throw your own life into it. Get your own hands dirty.
Oh, I already did. Standing up as well. Batman! I've gotten my hands dirty. Many countless times. It's time others do the same, or else their precious life is preciously wasted.
You talk for a moment of throwing them out, hoping to hit something. And the next, you are promising that this is the only way to save more lives? Who do you think would follow you out there? You already lost three that were entrusted to you.
Well, to be honest, one was useless. One was more of a pet. And the other was never entrusted to me. She followed me of her own accord. I gave her opportunities to leave.
Now, settle down, you two. Look, Arthur, I cannot offer you any more soldiers, and I doubt that anything you say from this point on will convince Riker to either. But if you want to go back out there and try again, you're welcome to. If not, you can stay here in the camp until perhaps we bring one back.
I will stay here. Any resources you have available, you should send them to me. I also require parchment and ink. So if any of your soldiers come across one that's somehow been deactivated, you can remove the arms and legs. Trust me, the body is heavy to drag around, but at least it stays alive.
Very well. Now, as I'm sure you know, the tent you were previously staying in is no longer available. You will have to find some other accommodations somewhere within the camp. Perhaps even the mess hall, just hang around there, but I need you to leave this tent.
And why is that?
Because this is for military personnel only, Asa.
And the uniform and gun slinged around my shoulder does not count?
That is an old uniform from an outdated time. And you are not a commander here. Arthur, just please. As he gestures for the exit, Riker's eyes are not leaving yours. He's just furious.
For an elf, you're really not thinking ahead, are you? As I leave.
So, it's been a long night, but morning is approaching. And so what we're going to do here is we are going to skip to the next day after you all received, I'm going to go ahead and say a short rest. Not quite enough hours left in the night for a long rest, so you will receive a short rest. Unless you wish to take a longer rest.
I would like to be fully rested.
Okay. So we're going to skip into later into the morning. And Arthur, you emerge from a tent that you were able to acquire for yourself for the night, or for the remaining hours of the night, into the early day. As you look around, everyone is still very much at attention, but there's not as much chaos as there was the night previously. It seems that they've been able to scramble together whatever resources they needed to keep the airships at bay and to keep the Groznik armies from emerging from the city, or better said, even taking over this half completely. You see a familiar kobold.
How familiar.
Chaff. That's how. How familiar is this kobold?
You know any other kobolds, by any chance?
John from accounting.
Ah,
He doesn't even remember the mayor he's known all her life, half the time, so.
Anyway. I'm going to speak to him. Oh, it's you! That one kobold that followed Hannah around. What are you doing here?
I point over at the town and make walking motion with my fingers, and then I point at the tent.
What is it that you're trying to explain to me? Is it that you walked from the town after I saw you enter a mysterious black portal following that shadow figure?
I nod my head.
So how did you get back unharmed? And where's Hannah?
Do I know exactly where the other camp is at this moment? If you want, I can roll for it.
That is a great question. And how about we roll a retroactive survival check?
All right.
And this is to see if you more or less understood or knew where you were in respect to the city and the two camps.
Yeah, the portal might have been very
Disorienting.
And the total is 16.
That's a pretty good roll.
Any good?
That is a really good roll. I'm going to say you don't know exactly where that other camp was, but you do know that it was across the river. And it was within the other half of the city.
All right. I point in that direction, sort of across the river general area.
Yes, I still remember where she was taken. I'm asking if you know her exact location. Do you know where you were taken? Do you require parchment to draw a map?
All I do is point at the direction again, and then I keep walking towards the tent.
Which tent are you walking towards?
The one where the robot used to be?
The one that's burned down?
Oh, it burned down, huh?
Yeah, it was on fire the night before. I mean, it still makes sense if you were to head there. It's not like Chaff knew that it was completely burnt out.
Well, if it's visible.
Yeah, it would have been towards the outskirts of this encampment, and you would be able to see that a lot of that area has been kind of destroyed, for lack of better terms. Burned, rubble, just in shambles.
All right. Which tent did the Arthur come from?
He's still standing by that tent. He just walked out of like one of the barracks, if you will, that were set up, one of the temporary barracks.
That's the one I walk into.
Okay.
If I see him entering a barracks-type tent, I do not follow, for I assume he's going to sleep.
All right, Jeff, you walk in and there's not many people in here at this time. Most of the beds are made, except for a single cot in the corner, which has several molted feathers strewn about, very clearly where Arthur was staying.
I'm going to find an enclosed space to sleep in, like maybe under a bed.
You're just going to pick any bed, or you want to go to specifically to that one?
Sure, I'll go to that one.
All right, you go to sleep under that bed. Arthur, what are you doing?
Breakfast.
You're headed to the mess hall then?
Yes. Went to peruse their food.
You get to the mess hall, and it seems like quite a few of the soldiers have gathered around a specific table, and they're rather loud, laughing, and for the most part you hear a singular, familiar voice talking, as occasionally some other soldiers kind of chime in and ask questions or make a joke.
Is it possible for me to see this individual?
Yeah, if you get close enough, you approach the crowd, and you see that it's Armin sitting at the center of all of these other soldiers talking to him, and he's just has his head thrown back, laughing.
Armin, salt and pepper hair guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought he left.
How dare him. Dishonorably discharged immediately.
He spots you when you approach, and he gets kind of serious. All right, wizard. I see you survived the night.
You seem cheery. I thought you'd be more mad at my actions.
Mad? And what, you trying to survive?
Yes, surviving. What is it that you are laughing about over here?
He kind of looks at some of the other soldiers around. Not like we expected much from you. In fact, you made it through the night is pretty impressive. The other soldiers just start cackling at that comment.
Yes, I quite enjoy it when people expect little of me. It leaves so much room for surprising them.
Yeah, well, the first time you got hit with fire, it didn't end so well. I saw the tent, or what's left of it, better said.
It seems that my research will have to continue in a different tent then. At least there isn't the annoyance of prisoners talking in my ears.
What happened to those prisoners anyways?
That weird one that was caged by himself. He managed to break the lock when I was the only one in there and attack me, releasing the other prisoners and escaping into the night. It seems he was waiting for the chaos to happen.
Can you roll me a deception check?
Can you give me $5?
And this is going to be... The die has spoken. This is going to be a DC 13 to fool the crowd.
Deception. That beats it. That's 16. 11 plus 5.
Nice. I guess we really shouldn't expect much from you. Anyways, you seem bored around here. One of the other soldiers kind of chimes in. I think he's still on the front, sir. Guess I better go looking for him later.
If he's beginning to get up and start leaving and doesn't say anything to me, then I'll just go see what they have to eat.
He's not getting up. He just continues to chat with the different people around. I am going to ask you what your passive insight is.
Insight. My passive insight?
Mm-hmm.
Insight. 10.
10?
10!
You don't think anything of the conversation beyond that?
I didn't think anything of it before either. But now I do.
So you go about getting your food. It's the same gruel they feed everybody out here on the front. It's some kind of hash of various nutrients that the body needs, just in this gray schlop of gruel that is served into a plate.
Does it smell good?
It doesn't smell bad, and it doesn't smell appealing either. It almost has that, like, smell of nothing, if that makes any sense. Almost like plastic.
I know, I can envision it perfectly because the intro of Baldur's Gate has a lady serving exactly what you're saying. But it looks like oatmeal, so I imagine it tastes like oatmeal. I'll give it a taste. Did it taste good?
It is bland.
But not bad.
It's like water has more taste than this thing.
No, if it isn't bad, I'll eat it then. I'll just taste it and just give the face of just, should I continue eating this? Taste it again. I am hungry. Just keep eating it. That's how I'll spend my time.
Alright. So as you continue to eat, most of the people continue to shift through the room. Eventually Armin leaves.
This is an actual mess hall?
Correct.
Or is it a tent?
I mean, it's a tent, but it is a very sturdy tent with a lot of benches in here.
Benches?
I mean, like picnic benches type deal. Or like the chairs are attached to the table.
Alright, so after my food, I guess the next thing I would do is go and find Toothless and ask what my next accommodations would be for my research.
After breakfast, you go around looking for him, but he's not available at this time of the day.
Is he here, but just not available, or not here?
He's here and not available, and when they tell you where he is, you realize why you can't go there.
Points at a porta potty. Ah, I see.
No, it's the same commander's tent you were kicked out of before. The night
I was
before.
kicked out of there by the elf. Let me in.
The guards standing at attention do not let you through.
How dare they?
Fireball.
Just waited till I can guess that. I'll go back to the remains of the burning tent then.
What is it exactly you are doing at this tent when you arrive? You get there and there is the form of the cages and what used to be the furniture within, with like charred and melted pieces of cloth and fabrics across, barely recognizable as what used to be the tent.
Have any of my metal men survived?
Why don't you go ahead and roll me an investigation check?
Investigation?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Unnatural 20, 15 plus 5.
15 plus 5?
Yes.
On a 20, you are able to find one completely intact machine that is maybe mildly scuffed by fire, but still good.
It's all put together?
Mm-hmm.
Or like bits and pieces in a
No,
box?
it's together.
I'm taking it. I'm dragging it away.
Okay, roll me a strength check.
Is this place an open field?
It is open.
How open is this field? There's no trees.
Not many, no.
Not many, so there is one.
There are some trees closer by the river.
Alright, doing strength. Hand to lift the equivalent of your mother. Oh! That 20.
Minus what?
Plus 0.
Alright. You're able to drag him, or it. You're able to drag this machine. How far are you trying to take it?
You said I'd have to go through most of the field, most of the camp to get under a tree?
Correct.
Then just out with the fire and the flames. Anyway,
So you're just trying to
Yeah.
take it out from. You're trying to take it like away from this charred tent.
Yes. Somewhere
Alright.
where if I sat down on the ground, I wouldn't get soot on my clothes. Just dirt. Because my personal tent is gone. And I'm sad.
So you pull this robot man away from this tent and you pull yourself further out. You sort of scout the area. You notice not too many people come out this far to begin with, and then you just move a bit further away from all the rubble and wreckage, and you plant yourself out by the field with this metal man.
Alright, so placing him laying down, I'm gonna start using my thieves' tools to make artisan's tools. At 3rd level, you learn how to produce exactly the tool you need. With thieves' tools or artisan's tools in hand, you can magically create one set of artisan's tools in an unoccupied space within 5 feet in front of you. Creation requires 1 hour of interrupted work.
Of uninterrupted work, I think.
Yes. Did I say interrupted?
Yeah, you did.
I need heavy metal constantly to make this tool.
Alright, so you were doing that for the next hour or
Yes.
so. What's going on inside of Arthur's mind right now? I'm the best wizard. Do, 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 do.
You know the-
Everybody else sucks.
You know the Homer Simpson meme where he's like, where they like go into everyone's minds, and then when they get to Homer's mind, it's just a monkey with a class jumping. Many things are going through Arthur's mind. One being is finding another robot. The other being how they take the souls and put them in the robot. Another being, why'd Hannah jump for that rope? Another being, why didn't she let go of the rope when she saw a giant portal getting closer and closer because she was holding onto that rope? Another being, where did that lizard go that I saw walking near Hannah? I already forgot. Arthur did. I know he's in the tent. Mostly thoughts on the robots, thoughts on Hannah, thoughts on where Chaff and Armin are, thoughts on how Chaff and Armin just casually came back from that dark abyss, but Hannah hasn't returned. Thoughts of how that gruel could have used a little salt.
As you're going over all of this in your mind, you pick up a familiar scent in the wind.
Mm-hmm.
Among the smell of fire and gunpowder and ash and death, there's something else mingled in there. Something you're not sure you've smelled in a long, long time. Arthur,
Oh,
what was Abby's favorite flower?
chrysanthemums? No. I was just trying to find flowers that live like infinitely, like a lobster. Google tells me that lilies live the longest out of all flowers.
Make one up. This is a fantasy world.
Bet. I would have to say Chronoblossom. Very creative, I know. Thank you. Applause. Well done. So, a Chronoblossom. It resembles a lily. The petals dark blue and purple. The flower is called a Chronoblossom because once it is sprouted, besides outside means it will never die.
And you know that this doesn't grow here. Not in this country. So why do you smell it all of a sudden? And you look up briefly and around and you don't see any. And as soon as you begin to give intent towards searching, the scent vanishes.
I go back to focusing, trying to do exactly what I was doing before when I smelled that.
As you're focusing, you find yourself remembering the last time you smelled that smell. It was raining that day. Heavy downpour, but it didn't stop you from coming. You're standing on a hillside, covered in headstones. And in your hand you have a bundle of these flowers, gripped in your freshly formed talons. As you stand over this unmarked grave, a young woman, human, passes by on one of the paths, looks at you. She has a sort of tarp she has hanging over her head, keeping her dry from the rain. And she stops at the grave next to you. Doesn't really look up at you, just kind of bends down low, places a singular flower on the grave, and then stands up silently for a while before she finally speaks up. How many times I come here hoping. I come to see them often, and such a funny phrase. I come to see them. I'll never see them again.
This is who I'm thinking of?
Are you talking about the person standing next to you or in the grave?
In the grave.
Yes, in the grave.
I simply look over, see what she put at the grave, what flower she put, and look back at my bundle.
Very common wild flowers that were probably picked from a patch nearby. A pretty common practice for most people. She eyes the flowers in your hand. I've never seen any like those before.
You said I had a bundle of them?
Yeah.
I take one out, and I hand her the rest.
Okay.
Just twirling the last one in my fingers, fixated on it.
You want me to hold this for you? She asks, very confused by why you just handed her these flowers.
Well, they don't grow often. The person I've come here to visit has shown me seen hundreds of them. Perhaps who you've come to visit would like them better.
I mean, no, these were for them. Here, it's what you brought for them, right? Unless they weren't that special to you.
With a big pause, I finally say, I assure you, she meant more than anything in this world.
Sorry to hear that then. And she goes to hand you back the bundle of flowers.
I'll take them back then. Giving him gifts.
Was she your wife? Or sister, maybe?
I don't know if she ever considered me that important. But I felt like if she was still here, I would have tried to propose to her.
And we cut to Chaff. You've been asleep for a few hours now, and as you dream away, for the most part, it feels very ambiguous, very dreamlike, like just random assorted thoughts from your subconscious, images playing back memories, oddly distorted scenarios that somehow vaguely relate to recent events, until you open the door to a room and there's a figure there that you recognize. In your mind's eye, you see them, but at the same time you don't. Their image is fuzzy, but you know that you recognize them. Hello, Jeff.
I approach the figure.
They kneel so that you are what you assume is eye to eye. Why do you fight against me?
I reach out and touch his face, sort of trying to get a clearer picture.
You go to reach out, but your hand doesn't extend. There's no feeling. It's like consciously you're trying to do it, but your body doesn't respond to what your mind is thinking. There you go again, trying to make the move. Don't you understand? I need your body.
What now?
Hey, yo!
It's recorded.
Alright, so as a response, I shake my head and step back.
You're able to shake your head, but as you again try to step backwards, it's like you can't move. You still do not understand. Your body, it's mine. I need it for a greater purpose. I have a greater purpose.
At that response, I shake my head and cover my ears, or ear holes.
You may not wish to believe it, but it is true. Who were you before all this? Just another slave, just another cog in the machine that is time.
I cast Eldritch Blast.
You extend your hand to fire away at him, and you feel the power surge through your body and burst from your hand. And as soon as it does, you find yourself staring up at a hole through the bottom of a cot that peers through another hole through the tent as your hand is punched through. There's a commotion of soldiers that begins to gather into the tent, and they're all staring at you as they see this happening. And before any of them can act, Armin appears among them. Right. Everyone settle down. It's fine. He's a unique one. It's all right. He means no harm to anyone. Just go on about your business. Come on. It's fine. And once he kind of manages to shoo everyone out of the room, he turns to you. You all right?
I bow to him apologetically.
You climb out from under the bed and bow to him?
Well, through the hole. Like, poke my head out.
You stand up through the cot and then bow to him.
Oh, I climb out first, of course.
No. It's fine. Chaff. All right. Worried about you. I didn't know where or how or if you would have made it back fine. Pretty hairy situation back there. I almost didn't make it out myself.
Start to quickly try and fix the bed that I put a hole through.
No, I wouldn't worry about that. Look, I don't know about you, and I think it's pretty obvious, but last night just didn't sit right with me.
I nod my head in agreement.
I don't agree with her decision making, but I don't think we should just leave her there. I think we should go back.
I look towards him, sort of start to smile, and give him a thumbs up, like I'm ready to go.
I mean, aside from trying to fix that bed that you destroyed, is there anything else you need to get together before we head out?
I look at the bed and look at him and just start stuffing it with the feathers and then run up to him at the ready.
All right. As Arthur is in the field getting some tools ready, you and Armin are making your way towards the city once more. We are going to cut to Hannah.
Hannah Bobana.
It is now the next day. You were given a private tent. You were treated with all sorts of delicacies and fine things throughout the remainder of the night. You were given a nice soft bed with silks and cushions of all kinds. You had chilled beverages at your disposal. You had food you haven't tasted in such a long time provided to you by the Groznik soldiers and some of this old Talvin regime. And you awake to a young priest in robes dedicated to necrochronomia who is standing at the ready. Hey, lady.
So, really quick, she kind of runs her hand over the silk, and she's not very hungry, so she doesn't eat. And she kind of laughs at herself because she used to believe she was born and deserved that, but now these things just feel so foreign to her.
The young priest sort of bows as he sees you stirring. My lady, you are awake. Is there anything you require?
Oh, nothing, thank you.
You are certain? We've been on the road for a long time. We can prepare a bath, we can get you some food.
No, I'm all right. She kind of waves him off.
The Lady Chechnikov insists that we take you out of the city. She's having a carriage prepared.
He kind of chuckles. Where is she right now?
She thought you might ask those questions, and she said that it is best that you do not delve any further with these trifling matters, that we accommodate any of your needs, your comforts, and then see you off.
I see. You may leave.
Are you certain?
Yes.
As you wish, my lady. And he steps out of the tent.
Hannah is deeply annoyed. While the defender might have the best of intentions, she's making her feel like she's a liability. Okay, out of character. What are my options for what to do?
I know that we discussed that you wanted to steer this sort of train or boat, if you will, in a certain direction. So what would Hannah do to try and do that?
Okay, so maybe try to understand the full extent of the involvement with necropneumonia. Whatever.
Necropneumonia.
So, where would someone go to get information?
Well, typically other people. What kind of information are you looking for here?
I want to figure out what they're doing, what their plans are,
So
and what's going on with her brother.
So you can easily recall the tent you first saw the offender at, and various other what appeared to be commanders of the Groznyk army. And there was a table there with various articles on it where they were discussing and planning things. But you were too busy in the conversation with the offender and the defender to really pay attention to.
Let's go there.
Okay. You leave the tent you were in, and you're immediately greeted by various dwarves that are hurriedly moving about, carrying things that don't necessarily appear to be armaments, but like parts of stuff, cables. You see the same tents from the night before, and these towers that have rings around them, and you can now very clearly see what to most might appear to be some kind of strange magic, something you're not familiar with entirely, but in your travels you have heard of how across Narvan people have been learning to harness, or at least they've been saying that people have been learning to harness lightning. And you could see the electricity arcing its way up these strange towers, and you could see clearly soldiers walking into tents and these mechanical men walking out. As you look across this encampment, you do very easily spot the main tent where you were the night before.
I'm sorry. She super got sidetracked with those towers. Is that something she can enter? Like, does it look like an enterable place?
So essentially these are Tesla towers. They're not like you can't walk into them. Like, this is, when I say tower, I mean like think of.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, like a Tesla.
Yeah,
that's
it's not something you walk into.
That's why I asked. I was like, that's why I specifically said, is it something enterable? Okay.
Tesla Towers. So you're telling me suddenly a man pops up. Hello, guys. My name's Elon Musk.
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. This is a serious question here. Schmeichel, do you not know who Nikolai Tesla is?
He knows who it is. He was just making a...
No, I need to know. Does he know?
He made the toaster.
Oh, God. All right. So you see the tent across the ways.
All right, so she goes towards. She kind of took a mental note of the towers and then went towards the tent.
The dwarves, for the most part, seem to pay you no mind. Like, they acknowledge your existence, but not with the same sort of reverence that the priests do.
How dare they?
No one stops you from walking into this tent, and as you enter, maybe a few people look up, not many, and you could see this long table that stretches down the length of this thing, and the articles that are on the table are various maps, it seems, some topographical and others with lines of longitude and latitude you're not quite familiar with, and there's various pieces that appear to represent different things that are set along these maps and lines. And go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Aye, Captain.
And then roll me a general intelligence check.
General intelligence?
Actually,
History? Insight? Nature? Survival?
roll me a perception check and then roll me an insight check.
Perception is 19. And what was the other one?
Actually, roll me the better of either insight or survival.
Oh, they're the same. I got a nat 1 for that, so. Which came out to 2.
So
19 and 2.
So you could see a lot, you just don't really understand what it is that you're looking at.
Right. Of course. I hate my life.
You can, I mean, obviously you know these are maps.
I mean, can I do that with advantage because I was nomadic?
No.
Damn.
You're nomadic, it doesn't mean you understand war maps.
You know what? Your mom.
So you could see a lot, you just don't fully understand what it is that you're looking at. You can tell by the way some of these dwarves are pointing at parts of the map, you could tell which parts of this map are actually the city of New Flora. And you could see the cluster of airships sitting along what appears to be a river with a split city. You can understand that much, but everything else is like foreign to you. You get this understanding of multiple fronts, but because of the way everything is organized and the languages that it's written in and the varying pieces and shapes, it gets kind of confusing to you and is a little dizzying before suddenly you hear, "Now what are you doing in here again, Savannah?"
She looks at the defender because I don't remember her name.
Tatiana.
Oh yeah, she looks at Tatiana and she crosses her arms and she's like, well, trying to make myself somewhat useful.
I have a carriage being prepared to take you out of here.
I don't understand why you're so insistent on making me leave.
Because if we lose you, then I can never forgive myself.
And my brother? He's okay to lose?
He will never forgive me for losing you.
Well then send me to him. Let me be his responsibility.
I've already explained to you that I can't do that.
Well, that's the only place I'll go right now. Can I roll persuasion?
Yeah.
Yeah, please. Darn it. It's 10.
It's not the worst, but she's not convinced to let you stay, and she rolls her eyes. You're as obstinate as your father.
Well, consider this. I have been out traveling, surviving in this world, wondering where my brother is, and now I know someone who knows where he is, and you won't let me see him. He's the only family I have.
Well, at the very least, I need you to get out of this room.
She kind of looks around, realizing that everybody's looking at her, and she kind of backs out.
As you go to step away, backing out, you bump into something immovable, it feels. And you hear the sort of whiny, robotic crackle of static as a deep yet muffled laugh bursts from someone behind you. You should watch your step, Cree.
She looks up at. Is it a person or a robot?
I don't know. You tell me.
Alright, she looks up at them to see who said that.
They are not so much taller than you as they are bigger than you. As you turn to look, you see a very highly decorated, wide, thick, dwarven man whose head is filled with a gray mane, but his jaw is replaced with that of a prosthetic. And his left arm also appears to be a prosthetic.
She kind of looks at him wide-eyed, and she's like, "You seem to have seen a lot of action."
More than you, girl.
Oh, I believe it.
Chechnikov, what is the princess doing in here? I keep telling her not to. Well, get her out of here, unless she's useful to put on the front lines with my soldiers. Like you, or the offender.
So she's just gonna look at him, and then look at her, and then look at him again and says, "Okay, I think I understand what's going on here. Tatiana, we need to talk." And she kind of just walks out of the tent.
He watches you leave and then looks at Tatiana and then just kind of like does that gesture with his head. It says, "Make it quick." And Tatiana follows you. What is it?
Okay, I just have so many questions. Like, who are they? They don't seem to like the Kree family. Why are they helping us? And why do we need necronomia? What is the word again?
Necrochronomia.
And why do we need necrochronomia to do anything? Like, I feel as if I have so many questions and no answers, and I don't think I can leave without anything.
Hello, and thank you once again for joining us here at the Silent Bard Tavern, where we are presently playing a D&D 5e 2014, not 2024, campaign. I am your host, showrunner, editor, DM, the Silent Bard. Some of the other voices you may hear on here are JustMay, who is playing Hannah Sakrov, Treasure or Schmeckle, who is playing Arthur Petrikov, and PixelTea, or the Watcher, or just Johnny, playing Chaff. Music is brought to us by Sarah Roberts, who did an absolutely fantastic job. And if you like that, if you like what we do here, then like us, share us, talk to your friends, your family about us. We always appreciate being able to reach new listeners. And if you want to hang out with us or see what it is that we're up to or talk to any one of us directly, you could either follow us on Blue Sky or even join our Discord, the links to which should all be in the episode descriptions. But that's enough about that. Thank you again, and we hope to see you here next time on the Silent Bard Tavern.